welcome to The Explainer. Look, today we're diving into what I can only describe as a structural earthquake in the tech world, the massive shift to autonomous IT operations by 2026. If you're working in infrastructure right now, you already know it's getting exponentially more complex, literally by the second. But, well, we're standing right on the edge of this incredibly vital shift toward highly automated, AI-driven infrastructure. Let me ask you something, and be honest with yourself here. Are you drowning in infinite observability data, right? We really have to acknowledge the very real, very human cost of running today's hyper-distributed cloud-native architectures. The sheer overwhelming volume of logs, metrics, and traces, it's creating an unprecedented level of alert fatigue for engineers. I mean, let's face it, the human brain just isn't built to process this infinite wall of noise. Think back to, say, 2020. We relied so heavily on manual reactive operations. You know the drill. An alert fires, you wake up at 2 a.m., and the incredibly painful log hunting begins. And honestly, sometimes you're finding out your system crashed via an angry tweet before your dashboards even update. But fast forward to 2026, and the model shifts entirely to preemptive, self-healing systems. We're talking about moving away from reactive firefighting to systems that literally fix themselves before a user even notices a glitch. It's a total game changer. So how exactly do we get there? Here's our roadmap for today. First, the shift to autonomous IT. Then, solving the complexity trap. Third, AIOps in the real world. Next, we'll detangle the buzzwords with AIOps versus DevOps versus MLOps. And finally, we'll wrap up with the engineer's learning roadmap. Let's jump in. Section 1, the shift to autonomous IT. Let's just clear away the jargon right off the bat when it comes to AIOps, or artificial intelligence for IT operations. Look, it's not just some fancy search bar for your logs. It's an evolutionary leap. We're going from basic manual log analysis straight into preemptive, self-healing systems. Basically, it's the brain that's going to drive the autonomous IT model of 2026. Moving on to Section 2, solving the complexity trap. Now, the absolute central issue of modern engineering is actually quite simple. How on earth do we filter infinite noise? With hyper-distributed cloud-native architectures, you've got microservices everywhere, and they're talking to each other constantly. The complexity trap here is that these systems are generating way more observability data than any team of humans could ever possibly read, let alone understand in real time. This is where AIOps acts as your automated detective. First off, it intelligently filters observability data, just completely stripping away all that useless noise. Second, it actually predicts system failures before they happen by recognizing historical patterns. And third, it provides real-time automated root cause analysis. So instead of you desperately hunting for the needle in the haystack, AIOps just hands you the needle. Section 3, AIOps in the real world. You know, it's so easy to get lost in the buzzwords, but on the ground, AIOps means predictive capacity planning. That means automatically scaling up your resources before a massive traffic spike even hits. It also means automated incident response, where your systems are literally fixing known issues while you're still pouring your morning coffee. And it brings intelligent anomaly detection right inside your CI/CD pipelines, which is huge because it catches bad code deployments before they ever have a chance to reach production. Now, if you are a site reliability engineer watching this, please don't worry. AIOps doesn't replace you. Actually, it supercharges you. It fully automates SLI and SLO tracking and dynamically manages your error budgets. Basically, it takes the absolute most tedious parts of your job and puts them on complete autopilot. That frees you up to do the actual high-level architecture work you want to be doing. All right, Section 4, AIOps versus DevOps versus MLOps. Let's surgically debuzz this entire landscape for a second because they get mixed up a lot. DevOps and SRE are squarely focused on the process and culture of reliable software delivery. MLOps, on the other hand, is purely about the lifecycle of the machine learning models themselves. You know, training them, versioning them. But AIOps, that's the application. MLOps manages the model, but AIOps actually uses that model to optimize IT operations and keep the servers running. Make sense? Section 5, Strategic Business Benefits. 90%. I just want that number to sink in for a second. Implementing a mature AIOps model can actually lead to a 90% faster mean time to resolution. Think about what a massive drop like that really means for boosting your team's morale and finally killing that awful alert fatigue. And of course, that kind of speed connects directly to the bottom line.